talks about how they use glucose to move electrical signals at a rate of just a few inches per minute, and that like when one leaf gets bit, that they can register that and send it
on the other side of the colony,
their brain or whatever, and then change the flavor of their leaves to stop the rest of the bites. And then
whoa,
that's what I loved about that movie Avatar. Because when they talk about like Gaia and like the pulse of the planet and all the like everything being linked together through the planet, that I really do believe that plants do communicate like that.
Well, you can communicate like that. That is the whole point about unity or duality and non-duality. This is philosophical, meaning that, if you smoke a joint and you have a cocktail and you read the right information, you can honestly flip-flop between you and the universe. And I'm not making that up. This is essentially astral projection or remote viewing. It is basically ego death. And this is the whole point about philosophy, is that you are the infinity you're talking about. And so all these atheists are so depressed because they're repressing the universal consciousness, which is, in fact, the source power, or the unity concept that, in many ways, you're not you. You're the earth, but you're more than that. You are the whole universe, meaning the moon, the sun, all the planets, etc. This is why people study zodiac. Or the 12 tribes of Israel, because those 12 symbols, the philosophy and information behind them, will give you complete and total ego death. You don't have to worry about anything. It's a little bit like Christ consciousness, or essentially what Jesus did, but he really did it because they really crucified him, and that's very fucked up and painful. And so, but you can do that without doing the whole crucifixion. And this is what Timothy Leary, Ram Dass, Alan Watts, and 100 other of these psychonaut, LSD trippers, and Taoistic philosophers from the 60s accomplished and preserved. And it's all on YouTube. And this is the Great Awakening that I think that a lot of people are talking about, or essentially a new spiritual awakening, or I guess the Age of Aquarius. So it is, but it's essentially Hermetic mysticism. And in the Aquarian sign, you'll see it's like two squiggle lines, one above the other. And this is all referring to above and below, below and above. Agitate below to agitate above. Agitate above, you agitate below. So this is like Hermetic mysticism, or essentially, I just consider it New Age project management on how to achieve rapid transformational success for yourself personally. Like, look at Doctor.
All you described was like an equal sign, which is a flat bar above another flat bar.
Right.
And then, but you did it squiggly line. That's still an equal sign, but it's like the LGBTQ plus AI fucking version of it.
Exactly. And I think
you're redefining the same thing as
somebody say LGBT.
And this is what a lot of trans people are doing. They're essentially magicians, and that's what they're doing. And it's obnoxious because they're disgusting.
Yeah, well, they're agitating below to equate their agitation from above.
Exactly.
It's an equation, and it's equal. Same thing as a flat line to a flat line, where there's no vibration from the top or the bottom. They're equal to each other or parallel. But you want to keep redefining words. You want to keep making things like a different version of equal, but you're agitating the bottom, which is a flat line, in order to make it a wavy line like your dumbass.
Yeah.
He's a cadet dropout, so
Yeah, I mean, listen, everything you said is 100% accurate.
Nothing like having somebody pull up at your house with their fucking catalytic converter being cut off and they don't even know it.
Yeah, and I'd be like,
yeah, but have you ever seen an illegal alien from Venezuela driving a car down the street and his bumper is dragging and he's trying to get to work?
No, usually they know how to use chicken wire pretty good.
Anyways, so what you said is true, but anyways, I have no greater point other than to say that, I hope that you yourself are able to one day cultivate a room for dinner for schmucks, record it, and create a time capsule for future generations to laugh, to be mystified, to be mysticized, to be masturbitized. And I thank you all for coming. I hope you come again and again, and I know you will come. And
Dude, when you say that, you sound like Uncle Steve so bad.
so Uncle Steve is one litigious, obnoxious, horribly annoying human being.
My point exactly.
And I just want to say that I love going into a Dr. Steve room, and anyways, he lets me say my shit, but if it's, anyways,
Wait, he's a doctor now?
oh, you didn't know he got an honorary doctorate degree?
And what?
From his
What's he done?
from his alma mater where he got his law degree.
What? You get a pedophilia conviction, you get a free doctorate?
No, he went to Pomona State Technical College for indigenous American Indians. You didn't know that? Did you know that there's a university in downtown Los Angeles called the People's College, and you can get a law degree from there, but you still have to pass the state bar? It's not a recognized.
You can get a law degree, but you always have to pass the state bar to be able to practice in order to be a bar member.
No, meaning that it's not
They
recognized.
actually just changed that ruling though. They're allowing judge advocates back in the court nowadays.
No, it's like letting a junior high 8th grader go to law school and then calling him a lawyer after 3 years.
Yeah, but do you know what a judge advocate is?
Yeah, maybe. Not really.
It's a person that knows law that never really passed the bar, but they know law in a way like a Sunday, quarterback or a Monday morning quarterback. Whatever you want to call it. They just know the game, but they're not lawyers. And you used to be able to have them up until I think around 2000, and then they made it illegal to have one as your representative as a lawyer. But they just brought it back this year. So now you can have judge advocates again. And these are people that, they don't like it because they know the rules enough that they can inundate the court with so much paperwork that it just clogs the system. And that's what they're going to do again. They're going to clog the system with so much paperwork that nothing gets done.
Okay, so I'd like to move the topic forward and progress the conversation.
Well, as of 9:30 this morning, since Joe Biden has dropped out of the race, Kamala Harris has raised $54 million.
It's an incredible amount of money for a super clown.
Yeah, considering that she has no snowball's chance in hell.
Well,
tell me like I could spit into hell and it would land in my mom's mouth.
the funny thing is, I get the feeling that the more incompetent the president, the more likelihood the chances are you'll get elected, and that everyone is essentially being installed by a billionaire class.
It's the machine, bro. Vivek said it this morning just succinctly. He's like,
Who said it succinctly?
Vivek Ramaswamy.
Oh, I thought you said Jason Mewes. Whew.
No, it was Vivek Ramaswamy was on TV this morning. We started talking heavy topics, and people can't deal with that. Mike probably had to go masturbate while taking pictures.
Or masturbate to my arbor stuff.
At the top of a tree while taking a picture.
Maybe.
He's like, got wood?
Yeah, yeah, probably, but yeah. At the same time, but we got, it's all the same.
Do you? So what are you gentlemen doing today? And what are you doing right now?
I have the day off today because I'm about to go on the road tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. What are you gonna do today?
Huh?
What are you gonna do today?
Actually, I've got 2 trees. I've got a tree that I got to take down in my front yard because it's rotten and shit. So I got to cut it down today.
Let me ask you this. So I took down all the grapes from my vine yesterday and I got a whole bushel of grapes. And
Nice.
I have a fruit juice presser. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press all the grapes and then put all the grape juice in a glass bottle with like a. Basically, I'm going to go to the grocery store and get one of the. Oh, maybe I'll do it. I don't know. I got to figure out. I got to get a bottle. But the point is, after I put all the grape juice in the bottle, how do I ferment it? And then how do I store? How do I?
Sugar? You gotta put sugar in it. You gotta put
Sugar
in
and
it.
baker's yeast.
Yeah, you gotta burp it every fucking half hour to an hour.
Yeah. Put a glove, like a surgical glove,
Uh-huh.
and like take all the air out of it like a balloon, and or even a balloon,
Mm-hmm.
but put it over top of it, and then like over the top of the bottle, and as it ferments, it's gonna make gas,
Mm-hmm.
and the balloon will swell, but you burp the air out of the balloon
Mhm.
and let that go away. Because you want to do it under an anaerobic or without oxygen environment,
Mhm.
because you're trying to convert sugar into alcohol rather than adenine triphosphate.
And what was the second powders I add to it?
Baker's yeast.
Baker's yeast.
How what's the proportions?
You can go to a place and buy distiller's yeast, but it's just baker's yeast.
Okay.
Yep.
It's just yeast.
How much do I add?
Get a mason jar. Get a large mason jar.
Okay.
That works because you can seal the cap. You know what I'm saying? So you can and then you can burp it real fast and close it. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way
you want to deprive it of oxygen.
The balloon way is the best way for somebody doing it brand new, so that way they can watch the balloon rise, so they know when to gas it.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
But without that, you can use a mason jar and just pop the top real quick and then close it.
So if I have one bottle of grape juice, how much baker's yeast and how much sugar do I add?
If you, I don't know, Doc.
Well, it depends on the size of the amount of juice.
Yeah, exactly. Doc, correct me if my math is wrong. Just correct me real quick. If I were to go with one bottle of grape juice, you might want to use a 2-liter size bottle with the bottom of it would be sugar and yeast, and then the juice, and then fucking let it roll.
Now, if you had a 2-liter size, I would probably put half a cup of sugar and probably 2 tablespoons of baker's yeast, and then cap it.
Okay.
But you're gonna have to burp it because it's gonna swell like a gas tank in the sun.
Yeah, it is. The 2-liter bottle will start swelling up, and it can actually swell up and make the.
It'll bust. It'll blow up.
Yeah, it will. It will. So you gotta be careful. But once it rolls out, man, after about a week, I think it's like 4 days.
Yeah. Well, I do it a lot longer than that, but yeah, you can for the cheap like hooch.
I mean, yeah, if you want to make some frozen hooch or whatever, like a week. But if you want to do some good shit, like 2-3 weeks, man, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, what I do is I take it and I do muscadine, like muscadine grapes or like a scuppernog, and then I'll put it in like a 5-gallon bucket, and I'll have a burper valve, and it'll pressure release at a certain pressure that I set the valve at. You know, that I fucking JD weld on at the top of the bucket.
For sure. E6000 is a good one too.
Yeah, but I would I'd run it for like 2 weeks, and then I would pour that into a still, and I know where a still is, made of copper, 100%. And then I would pass it through, and then collect the alcohol, and then I'd pour that alcohol back into the 5-gallon bucket, and add more sugar, and add more fucking yeast, and then plug it back up, and then let it sit for another 2 weeks. And then take that and then pour that back in to the still, and then it'd be a double pass.
Mm-hmm.
And like a first pass, I'll use Scuppernog wine for first pass. I'll put it in like a spray bottle and use it as degreaser on an automotive engine. Like I don't want to really drink it because it's like rot gut. It's really tough. But if you do it again and you double pass it, like what you get on the other side on a double pass is such a refined alcohol that it's smooth.
These are facts. These are facts.
Well, I'm gonna do the half a cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of baker's yeast, and
John, you want to have John Edmond, audio teacher, whatever it is today, Men in Black guy, whatever it is. You might want to have. You always want to have at least 2 or 3, maybe 4 bottles rotating, so that way you can have one to drink, and then while you're waiting for the other one. So you want to, you can space it out that way, so you can constantly produce a new bottle if you get your timing down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and if you want me to teach you how to make, bourbon, give me some sour mash, and I'll teach you some shit.
I only have this one bushel of grapes, so today I'm gonna pluck all the grapes from the stems, rewash them, and then press them, get the juice, go get the baker's yeast. I got the sugar, and I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna do it in a mason jar or a plastic liter bottle, but I'm gonna have to figure out the bottle and how I'm gonna do it. Or
Do
yeah.
you know how to make brandy, John?
Do you think I can barely tie my shoes nowadays? What are you talking about?
But do you know what brandy is?
It's like a sweet port wine.
It's wine that has fermented and then they turn it into brandy.
Is
Like
brand
it's no longer good. It's no longer good to drink as wine, so they convert it again and they double pass that wine.
I forgot you did all this stuff with your mom in Napa Valley, right?
No, my dad taught me how to make vodka from potatoes for my 14th.
He's from the fucking country, bro. Where like they had to do all this stuff on their own if they wanted to do some stuff on their own. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I made some vodka from some potatoes. I've never smelled something so bad that made me feel so good.
Hey, John, you want to hear another little tip that's amazing?
Yeah.
So if you go any alcohol, any clear alcohol that you buy, I'm not too sure about the whole dark liquors. Maybe Doc can help me out with my math on this one. But if I'm not mistaken, when you take your Brita filtration system pitcher,
Dude, the charcoal filter does a lot of good.
Oh yeah, man. You can take vodka like Tonka vodka. It tastes better than grape.
Yeah, use a cheap ass bottle of Tito's and pour it through a Brita filter, and it'll come out tasting like a bottle of Absolute.
3 times. Throw it through there 3 times, and you'll be surprised. Yeah. You can just sip it You can just sip it cold, bro. It doesn't even burn, man. It's nuts.
Yeah, it's the charcoal filtration.
So wait, what is that?
We're alcoholics, bro. We're pros at this, man.
What is that? So I went to this bottling place here in Chicago in this area called Ravenswood, and behind the bar he had like 3 bottles saying, like extremely dangerous, 98% proof or whatever it was, and he told me that he would distill the wine leaves, and then this is technically a moonshine, and so he gave us the tiniest amount, and I threw it back, and it just like dissolved in my mouth, but my whole mouth felt like it was electrified or on fire.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you get
challenge accepted.
Yeah, dude, trust me, I'd burn you down if you want, dude. I can make a copper still. Dude, I know how to get my kettle. I know how to do my tubing, into a bucket of water. That way, you're recondensing the alcohol before it feeds into the bottle when you recollect it. But I can make you a vodka that's a 60 proof, probably on first. And then if I double pass it, it might go to 80 or 90 proof. But then, I mean, if I triple and quadruple pass it, I can get it up to like 151.
But smooth as silk, though.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, because and I would probably do exactly what voiceover said. Like I would literally throw a Brita water filter, because that charcoal filter takes out a lot of funky it's like marinating your fish before you eat it to take the game flavor out of it.
So there's an expression in the Tao Te Ching that says a government is like frying a small fish. If you poke it too much, you'll ruin it.
That's funny. That's
what she said. I feel the same way about my hot dogs.
Oh, speaking of hot dogs, yo, John. Speaking of hot dogs, guess what's coming to Houston? Portobello's or whatever, Portello's.
Yeah, they're publicly traded. They're expanding rapidly.
They got 3 locations coming into Houston, man.
I really like In-N-Out Burger and the simplicity of In-N-Out Burger, and I feel like anybody could recreate In-N-Out Burger and call it something else, like Chicago cheeseburger.
The In-N-Out model is so simple. You're absolutely right. I love the In-N-Out burger. It's an absolute delight of a burger. It's a quality burger over Whataburger. Whataburger's got too many menu items. I don't even know what the fuck all that shit is on the menu. It's retarded.
We've got a couple Whataburgers around here. I've only eaten there once, and I was not impressed.
It's not good at all, man. But
I feel the same way about Five Guys also.
Let's go have Five Guys. Let's do Five Guys tonight,
Dude, I got right now, me getting a hamburger, fries, and a drink is fucking damn near $20 for tax.
Oh, at Five guys?
Yeah, it's fucking so uber expensive. Like, I don't even understand.
Yeah. I don't know what they're doing over there, man.
Everything is expensive nowadays. You can't go somewhere without dropping $30 for a dinner, for a lunch. Everything is super expensive. I mean, a lunch maybe. Like, anyways, $15. Listen, $20 a day is $600 a month. So that is a bare minimum income you need just to eat like a human being nowadays. $20 a day.
Sir.
All you really need is one good meal a day, and that's all you need to eat, fat boy. Go to the gym and vote
That's
Trump.
all you need. That's all you need is one good meal a
Fat
day.
boy!
Fat boy. You know what I mean? What in the color me bad is going on around here?
I wanna sex you up on TikTok. You don't stop to that.
Man, I remember, man, every time I hear that song, it gives me vivid memories of like getting stink finger at the fucking Splash Town USA water park in the summertime.
On, dream away.
Some Susie Roddencross or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Was it alegria? Y alegría, la alegría.
Hey, that was a dope ass group, man. You know what I'm saying? Those guys were killing it back in the day. Oh, you know all the Stanford man for that guy?
Yeah.
And you know who knows does everybody know who Disco is? The guy that wrote the thong song?
Thong.
He lost all publishing rights and rights to music because he used Livin' La Vida Loca without fucking Menudo Boy's fucking consent.
But he still got money when he was with Drew Hill.
For sure, but he did that fucking monster ass thong song and didn't get shit for it. That was a monster, bro. That thong song was a monster. It was.
Wait, because he said I was living the crazy life in Spanish?
He said "Livin' La Vida Loca," just like
That means living the
guy
crazy
from.
life.
I know, but just like the dude from what's his name? The guy from fucking South. The guy
Martin.
What's his name? Yeah, Ricky Martin. That guy, Ricky Martin. He sang "Livin' La Vida Loca" inside the song "Thong Song." And so
I'd appeal the shit out of that.
They tried. They should. All they had to do is get consent. All they had to do is say, "Hey, man, we're gonna use this as a hook. We'll pay you royalties." Because they didn't do that, they tried to backdoor him. That's why the managing interests got involved. You know what I mean? Bunch of shrewd Jews. You know what I mean, John?
Bunch of Jews. Bunch of my family members got together and fucking took over.
What? I just talking about my agent. My agent is a shrewd Jew for sure.
Well, I mean, so are my family members.
Hey, man. We all have our crosses to bear.
Well, I mean, as a Christian, that's true.
Were you bar mitzvahed?
No, I didn't get circumcised until I was 31.
Why the fuck did you do that? You lost 10,000 nerve endings, dude.
Yeah, I know. While I was in the field doing the FTXs and shit, and we couldn't get access to a shower. Baby white bass just weren't keeping up hygienically, and we had just gotten orders that we were going to be going in 6 months downrange, and I was like, well, I'm having problems with this. I talked to my doctor, and they were like, yeah, you might want to consider it. I'm like, well, honestly,
That's exactly what they would have said to you.
Well, I needed to get it done, man, because the schmegma was fucking bleh.
Well, let me tell you a little secret. It's called you should have just been doing your due diligence, Doc.
Dude, I had, my Conazole, Tolfenate, baby wipes, fresh water. I know how to keep my skin dry and clean. But if you don't, dude, no. It wouldn't work when we're in the field for fucking 3 months at a time.
That's interesting. So yeah,
our FTXs were over 90 days, man.
Hi, dude. Do back to back CAX exercises. That's fucking 4 months long.
Well, go to Iraq in 2007 in August and leave, in January of 2009 and do 16 months in Iraq, and dude, when I got there in August of 2007, I didn't get a shower. My first shower was Christmas Day.
That's weird. Didn't you have facility set up?
No, we were taking over fucking shit.
You're right.
I did not live on no base.
I wasn't a fobbit, but
I wasn't on a camp. I wasn't on a fob. I wasn't even on a cop. I was on a JSS.
Right, dude. Right. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Dude, I was smaller than a cop. A combat outpost.
In 2008?
Yeah.
Where at? What city?
Sadr. SADR.
Oh yeah, that was like uncharted territory. Like we had just gotten into that shit. Like that was like new area. That's why.
It was Fallujah 2.0.
Yeah. There's nothing out there yet. It's like.
There were like over 2 million people in the area the size of fucking Manhattan.
Right. But y'all didn't have any facilities at all. Like we had facilities set up. Like by the time
we took over the police station in the middle of the city. No, there wasn't nothing there.
There's no plumbing. There's no plumbing.
No, because the first thing we did when we invaded in 2003. Was in the first 24 hours, we destroyed all water plants, all power plants, all that shit. There wasn't nothing fucking right. You might have got like 3 hours of power during the daytime, and you might have got 2 hours of power at the nighttime.
Oh shit, when we were over there in the invasion, we were NVG, dude, at nighttime. There's no lights. I wore NVGs like for 90 days of combat activities. I wore NVGs half that.
Oh yeah, dude.
No power. No lights, motherfuckers.
Isn't it weird when you have an NVG on and you shoot a tracer round? It's like shooting a laser gun.
It really is 100% like G.I. Joe. It is. Like G.I. Joe or like the Star Wars, the Star Wars.
It is.
Yeah, especially when you have like a 240 Gulf or a 50 cal and you load up a whole string of fucking tracers. Now that's cool stuff.
Weapons are so amazing, but isn't it more amazing to know that this technology essentially all came out of World War II, and they had essentially not much has really changed since World War II. In Ukraine, Russia, drones is the big differentiator in my opinion. The fact that
drones is the new way to go. Drones is gonna be the new way to go. They're gonna stop developing jets, and I think they're just gonna do drones everywhere, man.
But you really don't want them to get to the battle bots yet.
They've already got the
BattleBot Air Force. The BattleBot Air Force.
They got F-16s flying around, but without
no, the battle bots. I'm not, dude. Battle bots are drones. If you take your hand like you're saluting, and hold your fingers straight out with your hand, from your wrist to the tip of your fingers, that's how big the drone is. It holds half a gram of C4, and it has AI controlling it with a camera, and it can do facial recognition, and you can tell it to like hit certain targets and not other people, and like you'll drop 10,000 of them out of the back of a C-130 and let them fly over a city, and they'll come like swarms of bees, and they'll like if they want to get into a building, like they'll get like 5 of them come up next to a window, and all 5 of them will blow up a wall. The rest of them can get into a fucking wall. And
the whole crew will loiter for a while, waiting for them to come out and swarm them.
Oh my god.
Like, you have, dude, and then like, at the end of like, reading a message in Mission Impossible, in 5 seconds, this will self-destruct.
Yeah.
And then you blow up all the technology. So like, dude, you can literally say, I want all black people to die. And then you can fucking drop these bitches out. And facial recognition, and if you got
You're such a dick.
In your skin,
such a
these
dick.
bitches are gonna kill you.
Such a dick.
That sounds so premeditated, Doc. I just want to put that
but I'm just saying, it doesn't matter if you were talking about black, white, yellow, Puerto Rican, Haitian, whatever.
Just say purple. Say I want all purple people to die.
Facial feature.
All purple people must die. All red people must die. All green people must die.
Dude, well, I used to work for DARPA back in the day.
What's so funny about that?
This is so. Listen, just coming on.
He's got it on replay, and I've said this more than multiple times on his replays. He just laughs every time I say it because he doesn't think that I really did it. Because he doesn't know that I used to program PIC processors for the government a long time ago. But he doesn't even know what a PIC processor is, so that's why he laughs, because he has nothing else to think about other than to laugh because he doesn't know what to say.
Right, it's the people that use the laughing emoticon on the comments, like they laugh at it. You know what I'm saying? And you're like obviously you don't know what to talk about.
Well, but true humor though is like you say something so offensive, but at the same time so true. that people are like astounded to the idea of like you were being so offensive, but you're right. And the only thing they know how to do to wrap their head around the idea that they're being offended and right at the same time is to laugh at it. Like, that's true humor. Is like to say something to the point where, you know, you could go against a social norm, but make it a true to the point where, you know, they just don't fucking know how to deal with it. And the only thing you know how to do is to laugh when you don't know how to deal with it. It's a nervous tick.
Mm-hmm. These are facts.
Well, speaking of ticks and parasites as well as bed bugs, I definitely got bit by bed bugs when I went down to that blonde girl's house. And I don't know if it was on the train or it was in her bed, but either way, I'm like still recovering from like a massive bed bug bite infestation on my back, and it's fucked up.
Where are your clothes that you had at her house?
They're in my laundry.
No, take them out of your laundry. Take all those clothes that are in that laundry and put them in a black plastic bag and leave it outside on your porch and let the sun hit it.
Mm-hmm. That's a good
No,
idea.
It'll create such a fucking stifling environment they gotta run. That's why
No, they don't. No, they die. No, bed bugs will die in a degree above 100 degrees.
That's right. That's why you get the heaters when you get the heaters for bed bugs. You heat up the room.
Yeah, but if you've been exposed like that, and you think it's from her house, and it might be on your clothes, and you got bit, take the clothes because you put those clothes with your other clothes. Take all those clothes, put them in a black bag, and leave it on the fucking back porch for 1 week. And I guarantee you, all those clothes, if there were bed bugs in that black bag, there will not be anymore because they're all dead.
Okay.
And then wash the clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be on the bottom of the black bag.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, like, you know,
I can get the heat.
Dude, bed bugs are a thing here in the South, man.
Yeah.
Dude, the South doesn't play when it comes to bed bugs. If I find out that you have bed bugs, my kids ain't playing with your kids.
Yep.
You know, I ain't going to your house for dinner.
Yep.
You know, I mean, we don't fuck around like that.
Yeah, we fucking steer clear of bed bugs, man, and lice people.
So I was on the bus, and I know they're on the train because there's so many home. Okay, this is the most fucked up thing ever. When I was running for committeeman here for the Republican Party, I hired all these people off of Craigslist, and the biggest piece of shit guy, he handed me back all his petitions. I open up my bag, and on the petition, there's a fucking bed bug crawling on the fucking petition. And I'm like, fuck, this guy has lice, you know, he's got parasites, and I'm like, he's infected with fucking he's carrying them, they're all over him. And so, anyways, I took that shit, and another time I go to work, and on my workstation cubicle, a fucking bed bug is crawling up the workstation cubicle, and it came out of my bag, and they're all over the train. It must be the train where they're living. They're living in the seats and the cracks, and people are carrying
No, man,
them.
that's probably got to be palmetto bugs, bro, because they kind of look similar.
No, these are definitely like very similar to lice.
Looks like a tick.
Slash,
it looks
yeah,
like a tick,
looks
not
like a tick.
palmetto bug.
It looks like a tick. It looks like a tick.
Okay, all right, right on.
It ain't no palmetto bag. Those are big ass fucking cockroaches.
Yeah, palmetto bug looks like a June bug.
Yeah. I know.
But
I know palmetto
I'm
bugs.
saying, dude, I'm just saying, like, you know, I don't fuck with nasty people, bro.
Yeah, man, but boric acid is the best shit to do when you move into a new apartment or whatever. You put boric acid.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That white powder.
Yeah.
Dude, I use boric acid and diatomaceous earth in order to make my dynamite because it makes it very stable.
That's right, dude. Diatomaceous earth. That's good shit.
Well, it makes it stable, but then I have to use a blasting cap to set it off.
Right. Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying.
So
A
suppose.
little bit of life inconvenience.
Dude, I was the medic and they taught me this shit. What the fuck?
Well,
The medic may have to breach. The medic may have to breach something to get somewhere. You know.
Dude, I was. My sergeant was a master breacher. That's why I carried a shotgun. I learned how to fucking knock the hinges off a door in a heartbeat.
That's what she said.
Dude, you ain't lying. Not when I got through with that dust.
After they have a glass of fresh homemade wine and shit.
I saw these cops. I saw these cops take a chainsaw, and they gutted the door center right, and then they used the stomper.
They put an X in it, didn't they?
No, they just did a line center right, top to bottom, and that basically totally circumvents the right hand side of the door,
And then
there's
they kicked in the lock of it.
no, there's no kicking in the lock. The door
No, if
basically.
you're kicking the right hand side of the door and you're talking the locks are on the left, the locks aren't going to hold into a hole when you're kicking the door folding in.
I get it.
Yeah, your way is correct. But the way
I got what you're saying.
Cops just go right next to the fucking hardware and they kick the shit in.
Dude, you know what? You know what I used to do? That was the funniest thing. The first time I did it, I took a pizza box and some duct tape and an IV bag and some deck cord. And then what I did is I took the IV bag and then I put the deck cord on one side, and then I took the pizza box top and I folded it in half and wrapped it against the deck cord in the middle, being the middle, and then the IV bag. And then I took that and I fucking took duct tape and I put the deck cord and the IV bag on a door. And then we fucking like blew it up. And the path of least resistance is through the water, not the cardboard. So it turns the water into a shape charge, and it literally just cuts the door in half.
Allegedly.
Yeah, so let's do a breathing competition. Take the deepest breath of the day. Let's hear what it's like when you use your lungs in maximum capacity.
Can I ask one question? I just want to ask one question before we did that real quick to get clarification. So I was gonna say, so does
Gay?
Gary?
What were you saying, Vio?
I was gonna say, when we were doing breaching in 03, I got to go on one of the breaching runs, and I had to do it. I had to. When I kicked the door in, I was like, "I'm here, Johnny." I had to do it. I had to.
Oh, dude, yeah. See,
Moment, you know what I'm saying?
my thing was because I always had IV bags, and we always had a whole bunch of deck cord and a bunch of like plastic charges on it. Like it wasn't nothing personal. It was a shape charge.
Oh, dude, you want to hear a prepper fucking unit, or prepper extraordinaire shit? One of the guys that I work with in the concert world, bro, he got a sprinkler system installed in his house with bare pepper spray as the fucking shit. Like he doesn't need to water his yard because he's got a irrigation system because he's out there in the country. So his little sprinkler system that he's got, like 6 nozzles right in the walkway to the front door. It's got bare pepper spray in a tank and shit. That's what he's gonna use for like home defense and shit.
Dude, if you could set that off with your Ring doorbell camera, that'd be the shit.
What do you mean? That's what he does. That's what he's got. He's got it all linked up with the fucking sprinklers and everything.
Hello?
Craziest thing I've ever seen, dude.
No, that ain't crazy, but I love it.
Yeah, man, he's got the bare pepper spray.
No, that's not crazy. I love that shit.
Yeah, no, it works. Oh, look, John's sending us to another room right now. Gotta go.
Nah, he ain't bringing himself in here. The fuck just happened? No, he brought himself in, bro.
That's him. That's him. He's streaming us to YouTube and then streaming us to another room.
He's always streaming. Yeah, like anytime you talk to him.
Yeah, that's why I stay away from this.
Replays are on, dude. You've been in here the whole time. Replays are on.
No, I know this is a certain situation, but now he's trying to. Oh shit.
No, it's all Gucci. Shit, I'm an executive producer for ScamMovie.com. Didn't you know?
Yeah, I was just adding more people to the room on a different account.
I don't fucking care.
Yeah, you guys don't help. You don't help grow or expand anything with me. You guys are just part of the content.
I give you free fucking content, you nigger.
Hello! When do you guys start reading the Bible? Ever? Or do you just run your mouth like forever? Are you chatterboxes? Bunch of chatterboxes. Hi, everybody. God doesn't exist. There's only man. Hello? Hello?
You might need some help.
Hello? Oh, Andrew finally fell asleep. He's up all night in these rooms praising the Lord Jesus, and now he's finally asleep.
Who's that?
Andrew, the Jesus guy who got punched in the face at a gay party at the gay bar.
Wait a minute. When did that happen?
He got beat up. He got drunk and made a pass, and he got his face pushed in.
Wow. I guess
Wait,
he was gonna get his
what?
shit kicked and the other guy wasn't about it or something, huh?
I don't know what happened, but he has brain damage. Yeah.
Damn, dude, that sucks.
Anyways,
Running his fucking mouth.
what's the good news of the gospel? Can anyone summarize the good news of the gospel for me in one
The
sentence?
Lord hath died for my sins.
Pascal's waiting.
He died and was resurrected 3 days later, and I can profess this with my mouth and my heart. And he died for your sins also. And if you would like to hear me talk about, you know, our Lord Jesus and the way, the truth, and the light, you know, ask.
I'm sensing a lot of sarcasm in that.
No, I think he's being sincere. What is Pascal's wager voiceover guy in terms of the gospel? The good news.
Pascal's wager is very simple. Pascal's wager says, he's a priest or whatever, he said this, he's like, you know, I'd rather believe and try to live a good moral life and do, you know, don't fucking murder people, just like live a good life, believe in it, have faith in it. And if I die and nothing happens, then what do I have to lose? I got nothing to lose.
Right. So that isn't that.
But if you die and something happens and your denial excludes you from that something that's happening, then what?
No, I didn't get it finished. I was gonna tell you. So with Pascal's wager, you know, it's like I'd rather believe, have faith in it and all stuff, and not, you know, not be a shithead and all, and accept Jesus as personal savior. And then if I die and nothing happens, then I don't have anything to lose really. You know what I mean? I could still, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
So I think that's called logical positivism.
Well, dude, I say, dude, hey, I'm gonna tell you in an army way, in a very easy, you know, not big worded way. I believe in Jesus like I believe in my Beretta. I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
because Jesus said, if you need a sword, sell your cloak and go buy one.
So I think you're both right, and I want to thank you for helping me answer the good news of the gospel question. It's basically Smith and Wesson.
Colt.
No, it's actually Sam Colt, because God didn't make, you know, man equal. Sam Colt did.
That's right. That's correct, dude.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Colt, the great equalizer.
Damn.
If you want some good stop power in your arsenal, have yourself a Henry Frontier rifle. He stops the bison and Colt then strikes.
Instead of that 30-30.
No, that's that 45-70, son.
Oh, dude, do you see that new suppressed 40? No.
Yeah, you can't even hear it.
Dude, did you see that new suppressed 4570 with like a 16-inch barrel and like a 12-inch silencer on that bitch?
Yeah.
Lever action? Dude, and like, there's nothing about that gun that I do not love.
Yeah, it's a sick-ass weapon, dude, just like the BAR.
Dude, yeah, I just saw that. I saw that about a month ago, and I was like, bro, I want one.
Just like the new BAR inside the AR-15 platform.
Bro.
Have you seen that?
That dude, there's no recoil. Like your wife, you could teach her to shoot that bitch.
Which one? What, the Frontier rifle or the BAR AR-15?
The 45.
Allahu Akbar, which wife?
The suppressed 4570 that they came out with, the lever action 4570 with like a collapsible buttstock.
Yeah, it's an over/under.
No.
No, the original Henry rifle was the over/under.
No.
Wasn't
This
it? Was
is
it collapsible stock? It was a collapsible stock, right?
No.
Over/under, or was still the tube?
That's you're talking about shotguns or like a double-barreled rifle. I'm talking about a Henry 30-30.
With the lever action.
Yeah, the lever action is a 30-30, but they make it in a 45-70, and there's a new one that just came out. Look up a 45-70 suppressed lever action.
I saw that on YouTube.
Dude, it's like $2,000. And trust me, I'm about to trade my boat for one of them. Dude, no cap. I mean, it's like a $4,000 boat that I'll take a $2,000 fucking gun for. You know, and I'll trade down for that motherfucker.
Sorry, bro. John invited me to the room. I just want to see what he's doing, this fucking clown. You just can't fucking, you know. You just can't jerk off.
You have no time.
Voiceover guy, you don't understand, man. I'm not trying to fuck with you. Like, this is what I do every day, all day, and for you to get all upset about what I do, like, bro, that's a you problem.
John, it's because I come up from the broadcasting, and I got broadcasting ethics, and we don't do that kind of shit.
I don't care about your ethics.
I mean, fuck your morals.
Yeah, take your ethics and stick them in your beat-up old Beamer. I'm trying to get you a new Beamer, bro. I'm trying to be your talent agent.
I got a new Beamer. What are you talking about? I got 4 of them, bro. I got 4 people.
Okay, can we agree to disagree? Let me ask you this before you go. Can we agree to disagree, voiceover
I'm
guy?
not leaving. I've got all damn.
I know you well enough, Doctor. We don't have any disagreements. Voiceover guy, can we agree to disagree?
We have tons of agreements. I just laugh at them.
Okay. What's up, Doc? What's up? I mean, not Doc. What's up? What's up?
Voiceover guy, I'm asking you a question. Can you answer the question? Can we agree to disagree?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, great. Squabble settled.
No, can I answer the question? What question was it?
The question is, can we? Oh, Jesus Christ! Fuck off! Fuck off!
Hey, John, you asked him, can you ask him a question? And he said, and then you asked immediately, can we agree to disagree? And he was saying, yes, you can ask me a question. And then
I get it. Okay, let me reframe. Voiceover guy, can we agree to disagree?
About what?
Never mind. Fuck you and shut the fuck up.
You shut the fuck up. You would never say that to my face because I turned you into a pretzel, cadet.
I don't think so.
Shit.
Dude, cadets like you were shining my fucking belt buckles, bro.
Dude, I DDT both of you.
Oh, bro, if you only knew.
What's that?
Listen, I know you're legit.
Dude, I still call it WWF, you fucking WWE faggots.
Yeah.
Who's the WWE faggots? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know.
This guy's weird, Doc.
Bro, I'm like Ricky the Steamboat Dragon, son. I will come off that top rope and fucking give you that arm bar like the people's elbow should have.
Isn't that kind of funny how like WWF and WWE was like the first imposition of essentially political correctness, where they won that logo or that brand in a lawsuit, for the World Wildlife, whatever it was, and they had to switch to WWE. That's so crazy. Isn't that cringe that a judge fucking made? Because dude, we grew up on WWE. How could they take that from the WWE? That's the first imposition of.
It was the WWF that became the WWE.
Federation was a bad.
Oh yeah. My bad.
WrestleMania. It's wrestling entertainment. Is what it is. It's world. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's wrestling.
It was the Federation before. It's the entertainment now.
Yeah, Federation was like just updated word. It was
No, but I thought all that had to do with a lawsuit.
You had the WCW. You had like Glow, like Gorgeous Lazy's wrestling. Like there were so many like pop up. Like that's back when I could still go and hang out with my mom and like one of her boyfriends, and we would go watch a roller derby rink. Where you got women like banging each other on roller skates, throwing each other. Dude, women around here are fucking like, they'll throw elbows at you, and then make you eat their sticky pussy without a shower after the roller derby rink. I've been known to do that, by the way.
I love self-deprecating humor. It's hilarious.
You're a savage, Doc.
I'm putting that one on YouTube.
Nothing happens with me. Nothing happens until everybody's in a warm, hot, soapy shower. Straight up.
John talks shit like, I'm literally talking on John's phone that he sent me.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because my phone.
Why are you doing such foolish things?
This is my backup account because apparently I was in a room full of Palestinians, and I was like, hey, I got a family that lives in Israel,
right.
But I don't want anything bad to happen to your people that live in Palestine. And they're like, fuck you, and I just grabbed my gun. I just mag dumped 16 rounds, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just rounded them out. And dude, they like the whole room fucking reported me for fucking blowing up the room with a quick gun.
Possibly that, or it's probably there's like there's really no telling, man.
I didn't threaten anybody's life, dude.
See, they could have taken that as a threat, like you're threatening right there. That's what they could have taken.
Yeah, well, they can take it as a threat, but I didn't say I was going to hurt anybody.
Right, I know, but you're firing off rounds in the fucking middle of a.
But in the middle of my backyard with a gun range.
Yeah, but on this app.
Legally in the state of Georgia.
With
my Second Amendment rights. With my Second Amendment rights. So what did I do? What did I do that was incorrect?
It's not appropriate to do that on this shit.
What? Fuck your morals, dude.
Well, I said broadcast.
Fuck your ethics.
All right,
also.
gentlemen. Let's not be a part of the complain gang. Okay, you're giving me a migraine.
No,
over here.
no, but the point is, like, I mean, if I tried morals and ethics on you and John, like, you would feel like you were being oppressed.
Well, I mean, what do you mean? What do you mean? Come on, dog.
Because what I think is correct and moral may not be something that you really give a shit about. I mean, that's why we have such a disdain between the generations, because every generation thinks that they're more correct than the other one.
Right, but I'm just talking about, like,
so they don't care about, like, their version. But then you have political correctness and then cancel culture moving in, you know, as like a psyop.
At the same time, though, I'm just talking about on this app. It's a broadcast platform, so I try to maintain my broadcast ethics that I know about because I went to work for.
Well, I'm not on fucking FCC's radar because I'm not trying to be that guy.
Right. I understand that totally. But I'm just saying, like, you know, in the grand scheme of things, you know, it's just about ethics and stuff like that with this shit. Some people can't.
Well, I mean, but again, you know, if you're Catholic and I'm Southern Baptist, we have a different set of morals. But let's go find, you know, all the things that we can agree to disagree about, and we can make it a hot topic, or we could just agree to disagree and move on to things that we actually agree about. That's what John was asking you. Do you know how to agree to disagree and just move on to another point?
I mean, I can do that, but I don't try to practice that.
Oh, well, okay.
I mean, agreeing to disagree is like, that's kind of like not covering.
Listen, the point is, if you're so disagreeable, there's no point in having a conversation with you
I'm not
because
disagreeable.
the point is you're unconversationable. You see my point?
Disagreeing about whether you're agreeable.
No, I'm just saying, like, when it comes to the ethics of broadcasting.
It's like asking somebody, tell me today's date, and they can't even tell you today's date. You can't work with people that can't respond to basic questions.
You don't respond to basic questions. What are you talking about?
Monday, July 23rd, I think.
Listen, let me ask, voiceover guy, tell me the truth. Can we agree to disagree?
No.
Okay.
Depends on what we're talking about, then.
Well, the point is, I would never work with you. I would never, ever consider working for you. And I certainly would not want to employ you because you are incapable of working with people.
That's preposterous because I work with people all the time. We have a great time.
Yeah, but when you can't, like, see eye to eye with me on something, right? And we just...
What are you asking me to see eye to eye with you about, Doc?
Well, about the square root of -1. You know, which is also defined by the letter I, which means it's like an irrational number because you can't square a negative.
Right, exactly.
So, but that's also like, you know, a quantum physics question about the multiverse, trying to figure out what is the square root of -1. You know, and because it doesn't have an answer, it's like, you know, pi. It just keeps running on and on and on and on.
Terrence Howard probably knows the answer to that.
Okay. The point is,
that was a joke, you know.
Whether we're talking about pi or whether we're talking about the square root of -1, we can agree that we don't agree. So can we agree just to disagree and not talk about square root of -1 or pi anymore and talk about something else? That's all John is asking.
Man, I'm pretty good at what I do, man. I got you guys all worked up over something stupid. I'm awesome, like.
Do I sound worked up?
Well, you guys are picturing the conversation. I was over it and asleep like half an hour ago already.
No, dude. What we're really doing is kind of subversively telling you that you have a problem, and we're not going to.
So do you, John. You have a big problem.
I know I do, but the point is, we're trying to be.
I do too.
Yeah, and so does Doctor. What we're trying to do is essentially say that you're number 3, and that Doctor's number 2, and that I am number 1, and I am complete.
That could be.
Well, I heard you did like golden showers, so that would be like when you're number 1, I guess.
Look out for number 1, but don't step on number 2.
Try not to step in number 2. That's right.
Y'all are just gonna be really upset when I pull out 2 lightsabers.
That's what she said.
What's the name of that character that Obi-Wan Kenobi fights? The robot. No. No. The android type creature that has multiple lightsabers. General Grievous.
With his 4 lightsabers that he stole from
I thought that was Yoda that fought Grievous.
No, Obi-Wan did. Or yeah,
Obi-Wan did, but Yoda,
Yoda fought Grievous, and then Obi-Wan fought Darth Maul, and then got killed. Or not Obi-Wan. It was Obi-Wan's teacher, Qui-Gon. Say it again.
Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon Jinn, yes.
Yeah. No, he fought Darth. He fought Darth, and Yoda was the one bouncing around like fucking, Anna Natalova from fucking 75 Olympics and shit. Fucking like bouncing around with fucking like lightsabers and kicking his ass. And then he escaped. Didn't he escape at the end? He escaped in it.
Yeah. He fought Count Dooku.
Was that Dooku?
It was Grievous first, briefly, and then Dooku. And then Dooku.
But I'm talking about the guy with the 4 arms.
Yeah, that's Grievous. That's Grievous.
Dude, I love that scene with Yoda and him.
Yeah, Grievous is a crazy fucking thing, man. He got that breathing system, because that's like he's wearing a mask and shit, wearing a suit.
Scuba diving while standing above ground.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's like that. That's why that happens when you get the lizard people on land.
I'm going skydiving next year.
Oh,
my birthday again.
Okay. I will when?
Huh?
When are you doing it?
On the 13th of August.
Okay, so
I will think about you often between now and then, and I will pray that you have a successful.
Actually, Doc, can I interrupt you? Can you actually offer the listeners one of your beautiful prayers? Can you give us a prayer from your heart?
Thank you, Lord. As I stand here, I stand corrected. I'm sitting, looking at the green side of grass and a luscious back field full of manna that you have provided for me, Lord, with the rain that you have given and the soil you have provided and the seeds that you have planted to give us a bountiful nature that shows us you have given us love, Lord. And I accept your love, Lord. And I thank you for that love, Lord. And I hope to reflect that, Lord, like I'm a mirror. I want to reflect that love back to you, Lord, and show you that I want to entertain you with the same love that you've given me, Lord. And I want to love you until the day I get to meet you and cast my crown at your feet, Lord. And I pray in your
I cast my crown at your feet.
Amen.
How can you say that, though? Because Jews don't believe in Jesus, so what are you doing right now? Just asking for a friend, Jews don't
Voiceover guy, can you offer? Hold on, Doctor. That was a beautiful prayer. I want to thank you for saying that because I really felt it and I visualized it, and it was like because I have a garden outside of my house and people take care of it, and he was like speaking to what I see every day, and he sees the same thing. So, voiceover guy, can you offer the listeners a prayer?
Not my position to do such thing.
Well, Doctor, I hope you appreciate what you've witnessed here today because you will always know that you have the good news, but this poor young man, voiceover guy.
You know what?
I got a great relationship with my Creator, but you're over telling me you're Jewish and Jews don't believe in Jesus. They say that he's in hell in his own excrement. They say that Mary's a whore.
VOG. I want to ask you a question, though. VOG. Let me ask you a question, seriously. Have I ever told you that I was a Jew?
Yeah, you just did. You said
When?
you're Jewish. The fuck's talking about?
I've never said I was Jewish. I said that my great-great-grandfather was Abraham Rothschild, and I am of Hebrew descent, but it comes down the man's side of my family, not the woman's side of my family. And I'm a Christian. I have never said anything other than that in the last 2.5 years. Almost 3 years.
What are you talking about the Zionist stuff that you keep talking about? I thought you were Jewish.
Well, I believe in Revelation. in Revelation in the New Testament, that it talks about when there is a state of Israel that will be a sign for the return of Jesus with
No,
the
they don't
angels
believe
of light, with the angels of light. And then, you know, in order for me to want to like herald and proclaim Jesus' return with the angels of light, there has to be a state of Israel. And if you believe in the state of Israel, that makes you a Zionist.
But the people in Israel don't believe in Jesus. So what the fuck are you talking about?
My belief doesn't matter about their belief. Their belief system doesn't have anything to do with my belief system.
What? What? They're the ones that don't believe in him. So then
But their belief is their belief, not mine. You know, nobody comes to the Father because the Son. You know, I mean, if they can figure that out, I hope they can figure it out in paradise.
Snorting lines of cocaine, bro, is what you're
Yeah,
doing.
well, I mean, I hope they can figure it out in paradise, man.
Well, they won't because they're the children of the other father, the devil. So they know where they're
going. Well, you know what they say: the meek shall inherit the earth.
I guess, man.
Some people think that's a good thing. You know, it's not, right?